Scoop. Two of the suspects involved in the death of a Rossville man have been convicted of felony murder, and a Lookout Mountain DA announced a third suspect has pleaded guilty for what happened. Authorities say Eric Dodds and Kavon Collier and two other people took part in Dakota Bradshaw's murder late last year. The two men were well known on social media when it happened, and deputies were able to arrest Dodds after he fought for Collier's innocence in a TikTok post. Fox Chattanooga's Jordan Carnback breaks down what we now know about this case.
Announced in this courtroom, one of three people charged in the death of Dakota Bradshaw pleaded guilty. She joins two men already convicted of felony murder.
Dakota Bradshaw was gunned down in our community in a senseless act of violence.
One of four suspects that investigators say were involved in Dakota Bradshaw's death admitted to her role in the Rossville murder.
Deja Collins resolved her case this morning by a guilty plea.
This case stretched into 3 states. We had 3 defendants in 2 different states, and the murder happened here in Georgia.
The other suspects, Eric Dodds and Kavon Collier, a couple popular on TikTok caught in the middle of the murder case. Last week, a jury found the two guilty of felony murder and several other counts in the murder of Dakota Bradshaw.
Looking at a sentence of minimum sentence of life with the possibility of parole plus 5 years, and then the maximum sentence would be life without the possibility of parole.
The GBI says while investigating the case, they wrote over 70 search warrants, searched endless social media accounts, searched and collected phone data to track the defendants from Huntsville to Chattanooga to where the murder occurred.
To Dakota's family, that we know that this verdict does not bring Dakota back, but justice for Dakota was done, and we hope this brings some measure of peace to the family.
The case for that fourth suspect, Darius Woods, is still pending. Reporting in Lafayette, Jordan Carnback.
Back when this case first surfaces, authorities said that Darius Woods was involved in another homicide in Clarksville, Tennessee.
Today is Saturday, June 24th. The year is 2023. I just did a whole 25-minute video, hit the wrong button, and deleted the whole damn video. So I had to remake it. Anyway, today is Friday, Saturday, June 24th. The year is 2023. It's a beautiful Saturday morning, and it's about 9 o'clock in the morning. I'm sitting out here on the porch. It's about 68 degrees out here, having a cup of coffee. There was a story last year of 2 men who from Huntsville, Alabama, who went over to Georgia, drove into Georgia. 2 black gay guys. They were actors. They're fans only or content creators on fans only, OnlyFans. Their names were Eric Dodds and Kavon Collier, Kavon. They were convicted of murdering a man, Dakota Bradshaw. They were charged in August of last year, and they were just found guilty of killing Dakota Bradshaw. He was found shot to death inside his Rossville, Georgia home on August the 1st, 2022, according to Walker County, Georgia Sheriff's Office and Georgia Bureau of Investigation. Witnesses saw a red truck and a blue Dodge Challenger leaving the home of the incident and described the shooter getting into a red truck and speeding away. Collier was arrested 9 days later in Huntsville, and Eric Dodds was captured 6 days later after that. They were convicted by a jury in end of May this year. Found guilty by a jury. I'm not sure why they chose to go to a jury trial in Walker County, accused of killing a white young man from a well-to-do family down there up there, rather, that's more up North Georgia. What were they thinking? Prison must be this wonderful place where they serve mimosas and all-inclusive breakfasts and lunch and dinner. Just a beautiful place. It must be, because for all these people grabbing up guns and shooting somebody, they shot and killed this kid for no reason at all. They were out there doing something, some type of escorting or something. They met with him. They're supposed to be, I guess he's supposed to pay them for some amount of, for whatever they were out there at this man's house doing. And maybe he didn't pay them what they were expecting, or didn't pay him at all. They decided to shoot into the house and kill the man. What was this about? Now they're going to spend, the choices are when he gets sentenced, they're either going to life with parole or life without any possibility of parole. The fact that they killed this young man for no reason in his own home in Georgia, in Walker County, they look probably going to get life without parole. 23 years of age. Two young, handsome men, part of that OnlyFans crowd doing amateur porn. I've met a lot of these guys who do this amateur porn, y'all, and I've always wondered who goes down that path. But as I've met these individuals who do this amateur porn on these sites, and I've met quite a few of them, something's off about with these guys mentally. So when you got these guys who are mentally incapable of functioning like a normal member of society, I've met too many of these guys and they've been charged with assault, murder, kidnapping, rape, child molestation, all kinds of charges against them. But they all started off in this amateur porn community, fans only, OnlyFans. Everyone I've ever met who did pornography, they're either right now dead, in jail, on drugs, and damn near homeless, or they're pastors at a church. That's right. I know quite a few people who were porn actors for decades who are now pastors at a church. Figure that one out. I've seen them at a church following a man or woman who was a porn actor or actress, did pornography, and now they're going to try to tell me how to live my life after they didn't live. Okay, explain that one to me. I don't get that. But y'all, you folks who are caught up in that religious bullshit, that's more something that you all do, but I don't necessarily get caught up in that religious bullshit. Someone asked the question, why was I at church with Bishop Eddie Long? Entertainment. I went out there because the church, I had a friend who was the music director at Bishop Long's, Eddie Long's church, and I wanted to see what the hoopla was about, and I would occasionally go out there just to see. He would tell me about some of the stuff, the music stuff that they were doing, and the music was fantastic there. It was entertainment. But every time Bishop Eddie Long would get up there and start running his ignorant ass mouth, I say, okay, it's time for me to get going. Okay, the music go out. Sometimes I would sit there and look at this ignorant. I'll look around these people, and I would say, these are some ignorant ass motherfuckers. And sometimes you got to go to experience something to get an understanding of what the fuck is wrong with these niggas. But I don't need to be sitting up in prison behind. I served time in prison, y'all. I was a very young kid. Wouldn't want to go back for harm. It's never ever crossed my mind to harm a soul, shoot somebody, stab somebody, run somebody over my car, harm for what? I like my freedom. I like sitting on this porch, have me a delicious cup of coffee, playing on my own cell phone. I guess they playing on cell phones in prison too. Who knows? Why would you choose to go out there and murder somebody? I mean, the prison system, y'all, if y'all know anything about the prison system today, lack of medical treatment, lack of nutritious food, the living conditions themselves, the violence. Who wants to live under those circumstances? Put yourself in that position to be there. Everybody got a damn gun. They're going to use it to shoot and harm everybody around them. It just don't make no damn sense. They should have never shot that white boy. That was a colossal mistake. They ended up arresting 4 people because of this shit. 2 of the people weren't even there. I don't understand the circumstances of everything. I'm going to upload this news article that goes more into detail about what happened. They went to a jury trial and found guilty. How stupid could you be? The only thing about going to a jury trial that might work in their favor, they get to do appeal their sentence to a higher court, to a different court outside of Walker County. I'm sitting here waiting for my yard guy to get here. Anybody knows I got a brand new grill in the box in my garage, a big ass gas grill in the box. Nothing fancy. I need to sell it and get rid of it. If anybody want to, email me, walterhampton2@gmail.com. You live in Georgia and you want a big old fancy grill to cook your ribs and whatever else you black folks cook on them grill. Or white folks. I know white folks grill too. I ain't going to discriminate. They just need to get rid of this grill. walterhampton2@gmail.com. Or you can go to my Instagram page, walterhampton2, and you can see my phone number there. While you're there, follow me, you motherfuckers. I got 85,000 followers on YouTube, only 5,000 followers on my, less than 5 grand on my Instagram. Y'all ain't supporting my Instagram for some reason. It's just a little workout page where I post little videos while I work out and stuff. But those two young men made a dumb decision, and now they're going to be in prison. Y'all, I've met so many, it might be in for the rest of their lives. I've met so many people who served 10, 15, 20 years in prison. When they come out of there, y'all, it's horrible. Their minds are so shot. Prison can do irreversible damage to people who are consistently there for years. And they don't know how to adjust back to living in society. Scary. I always tell people, really think before you do something. Really think long and hard before you make the decision to grab a gun or a knife or a weapon and harm somebody. Every day I turn on the news in our community, y'all, we will kill each other in a heartbeat over nothing. We'll grab a gun and start shooting and killing folks over nothing. Nothing. The little minor little shit. I'm like, okay, what's wrong with these ignorant niggas? Y'all, I have a friend who purchased a home in South Fulton County. I do not like South Fulton County. I don't care what nobody say. I'm not going down there. I'm definitely not living down there. New subdivision, bought this expensive house, fairly expensive house, I think. Told him, I warned him. I said, hey, this may not be where you want to be at. You might want to look someplace else. Because he was looking at another house on the north side of town, but it's a little bit farther north. I said, you'd be better off up there. For what he was paying at the same price, I said, go that way. But he chose, he wanted to be down, I want to be in a black neighborhood. Well, he bought this house in this black neighborhood a little bit more than a year ago. Maybe about the same time I bought this. The house next door has been shot up several times. I don't know if there's shootouts or, somebody just shot up the house next door several times. Right next door to him. Bullets flying all over the place. Multiple occasions. Police come out. His neighbors, he said the neighbors, he just trying to figure out what the fuck is going on over here. They're not very friendly to people. The police would come out, and one time the house was trying to be, the people wouldn't even come to the door. I'm like, are they selling drugs inside this house? I live in a clean, safe neighborhood, y'all. Ain't no shootouts going over here. All we got is deer running around here eating up these damn fruit in my backyard. There's a whole bunch of deer running around this house at nighttime. Eating up these peaches. I got a whole bunch of peach trees back here. The peaches are, they eating these peaches back here. I have little ring cameras around the house, and the ring cameras go off in the middle of the night. And I look on my phone, and there's a deer out there dancing in my front yard, and we're going to get us some fruit. All you can eat fruit festival over here. I see them deer running inside, I locked the door. I'm scared of the damn deer. Who knows that nigga did it? Might do a home invasion over here or something. That's all we got to worry about, some deer running around here. I'm serious. He's in this neighborhood where you pay $500,000-$600,000 for a house, new construction, and here they are over here having a shootout in the yard by your home. Next door. I don't know if it's a shootout or a drive-by shooting, whatever it is. But I warned him about living in that type of environment when I was ignorant as niggas. Also, he has a problem with these people in the neighborhood. I've been over there where they pull these raggedy cars into their driveways, and the cars are up on the cars are up on these stilts like jacks, where the cars are being maybe repaired or worked, but weeks. They're sitting like this. And some of the neighbors that he has met because of those shootouts happening at that house, they sold their house at a loss and got out of there. And I was just, okay, the housing market's still on fire. They don't appreciate too quickly down there on that side of town, so they had to put it up for sale and pay closing costs and real estate fees. Just get out of there and get away from that area. And they ain't no better. Y'all better stay away from these nigga areas with these crazy niggas. Don't raise your family in them rough areas and these terrible ass schools and these ignorant ass niggas. Sometimes you gotta just say no to nigga shit. Common sense should kick in and say, okay, I don't live here. Now he's be thinking, I don't know what I'm going to do with this house. Sell it like everybody else and pay the closing costs and realtor fees and pray and hope that the house is appreciated enough so you can get out of there and go someplace else. Because you should never bought that house. I warned you about that. Do what you want to do, though. It ain't nothing to do with me. I'm not going into these hood rat areas. When I was looking at houses in the inner city and I saw some expensive ass houses in the hood rat neighborhoods, I said, I'm not going over here. Yeah, they're going through gentrification, but I just don't want to be bothered with them heathens. One day I will get out of this house, who knows when. But I would love to live in a high rise, but of course I'm listening to everybody tell me about these condominiums, associations, and the problems they have persist. I mean, I just meant something. I don't know. I've wanted to live in a high rise for some time now. Even 3 years back, I was looking at stuff. The rents just escalated so high. I was like, oh, Lord. From what I'm paying for this 10,000 square foot house, people paying more than that for these tiny little apartments. I'm like, no. Prayerfully this summer, this heat hasn't been so bad this summer. I mean, it's still beautiful. I haven't really had to run the air conditioner. This year I'm going to be more vigilant with this air conditioner to keep this shit under control. Last summer was a lot of construction going on in the house. The doors were open and people running in and out, but we had to keep the house cool. This year, the doors are closed. Anybody here working. I do need to get somebody over to clean these gutters, though. These gutters I don't know what I was thinking when I didn't get them gutter guards, but I didn't think that this gutter would pick up so much debris. So I need to get him over there, blow him out and clean him out again. I might have to do something. But anyway, I swear, some of these guys going back and forth to this prison system, I'm not exactly sure why anyone would want to grab a gun and shoot somebody. And then they get caught and end up in prison. These two young men, 23 years of age, are probably going to end up with life in prison. Possibility with no parole because they shot the boy in his own personal home. Georgia don't play about that. Now, this has been an incident that happened on the street. They might have stood a chance. They went to this man's house. This young kid's house. His family home. A well-to-do white family, and they shot and killed that man inside that house, and they fled from there. They had these people's cars were there at the scene. They had the cell phones there. They had video camera. There was so much evidence. I'm trying to think, well, why the hell would they want to go to a jury trial? What was that all about? They probably was offering such a long sentence. Two handsome, attractive guys who should have set their asses down someplace, went off to college someplace. Do something great with your life versus nigga shit. I look at all these young folks running around here in Georgia just doing nothing with their lives. At least at a very early age, I learned very quickly I can just do something quick and separated myself from foolishness. I was like, okay, I got to break from these niggas. I was in my early 20s and I started studying. I changed my phone number and moved away, bought a house and moved away from the niggas and didn't have nothing else to do with their asses. At some point you got to wake up and realize prison ain't no wonderful place to be in. Especially, I don't get this whole thing of grab a gun and go on this rampage and shoot everybody that you can. Every time I turn on the news, there's somebody, has grabbed a gun and shot somebody and killed them. For many instances, this shit's over nothing. I mean, nothing. But everybody got a gun these days. It has literally never crossed my mind to go argue, fight, and shoot and kill nobody over nothing. It has never. And it's not something I plan on doing. It's never crossed my mind. And I have no intention to do it for no reason. I like my freedom. I like sitting on this porch. I like going to the beach. I like vacation. I like relaxing. I'm not going to do anything that's going to put my life in prison. And y'all, for what? No way. But do what y'all want to do. Y'all got to make your own decisions. I am going to upload this news report for these crazy, so you can see what these crazy boys did. But that amateur porn crowd, that fans only and OnlyFans crowd, these people who do pornography, it's something about that group of people, and I've met quite a few of them, that something's off with these guys, mentally, in women, men and women who do this stuff. Their mindset is kind of cuckoo. And then they end up doing murder, assault, rape, kidnapping, aggravated assault, child molestation. I've seen a lot of that. And they end up behind bars. Quite a few of these guys have committed suicide who are involved in this fans only and OnlyFans pornography stuff. I don't know what leads to that, but it has happened. So listen, I said I wasn't going to do any more of these videos about this type of, but this story intrigued me, which is why I did this video. It's the second one. First one was better. But y'all, we got to start making wiser decisions about our lives and the people that you hang around and the communities that you live in and where you raise your children and where they go to school. Because some of this stuff is not making sense. These two young men had so many choices to do so much other stuff with their lives, but they were out there doing pornography and escorting. I don't get it. And the gay community, I'm beginning to see the straight communities has this problem. They're obsessed with sex and pornography and, I was talking to a friend last night, he was just going on and on about this porn. I said, listen, I don't even watch that mess. I don't watch porn. It doesn't do anything for me. So I don't watch it, I don't download it, I'm not paying for it, I don't care nothing about that shit. Y'all can do whatever you want to, that doesn't have any effect on me. It doesn't, just like church don't do shit for me either. And that's the funny thing, this guy's sitting there talking about this pornography love, he in church every Sunday. Praise Jesus, praise Jesus. Every Sunday that evening, nigga, but he love pornography. What do y'all learn in these churches? Not a goddamn thing. I don't get that. Why y'all sitting up in these churches screaming to Jesus every week and you don't learn shit? What's the point? Go learn some math, science, do something else in bed. Go to school, dude, sitting up there wasting your damn time. My mother taught, all she taught her 7 children was Jesus. And that fake ass Jehovah's Witness religion shit, they didn't do nothing for our black asses. That was a colossal waste of time and energy for her children. She couldn't find nothing else to do but have us sitting up in that Kingdom Hall 7 days, 5, 6, 7 days a week with that bullshit. Bunch of fake ass mess. But anyway, I don't know what possessed those 2 young men to go out there and shoot that white boy. They haven't been sentenced yet. I'm going to do a little bit more research to make sure that they haven't been sentenced yet. But I don't think I'm going to post this video. I don't think we sentenced. I was Googling. I don't see anything. But they were idiots and stupid. And they're going to pay a heavy price for their foolishness. Life in prison. For nothing. Y'all, they killed that boy for no reason in his home. For no reason at all. He wasn't threatening them. He wasn't trying to harm them. They shot in the house and killed that boy for no reason at all. And they are going to pay the ultimate price with their lives. They're probably going to live life without parole. In Walker County, Georgia, do y'all not understand? I do. But anyway, this is a beautiful Saturday, June 24th, 2023. I said I wasn't going to do any more type of video. I'm going to do more positive, uplifting stories. But sometimes I just wonder what possesses people to go out here and shoot and kill somebody and give up your life and do all this time behind prison and kill an innocent person for no reason. I don't get it. But anyway, that's not something. It's something I would never do. Anyway, today is Saturday, June 24th, 2023. I'm going to post this news article about this scenario. I look forward to reading y'all's comments. You get your thoughts and opinions. And maybe y'all can explain to me why so many people are willing to murder somebody, grab a gun and shoot and spend decades behind bars. I don't get it. Anyway, I'm out of here. Enjoy the rest of this beautiful Saturday morning.